have irrational fear that this is the wrong position. I should have sit in here, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, Merry Christmas! I'm not a very Christmassy person, but I decided that this is, well, festive enough. And it's Christmas Eve, which is Polish way of celebrating, and like normally if I would be seeing my family right now, I would be with them, sitting, having dinner together, eat too much cheesecake and too much of everything and just like lying somewhere under the table, whatever. Shh, we don't talk about that. As festive as it is, what did I learn in 2021? Five things I've learned in 2021 that will help you to be a better person, creative, a business owner, and just a freaking badass, okay? Badass, think that way. First thing, number one, mindset is everything. This year, what I started practicing is that simple idea of your thought creating your reality. And once I do that, my life has completely changed because I allowed my mind to create my own reality. And it's not easy. I'm still learning that. I'm still practicing gratitude. I'm still practicing being vulnerable and at the same time create that reality within my own head. It starts with little things like, I can't afford this. I cannot afford this right now, or I'm prioritizing other expenditures than this. See? Your thoughts create reality. So when you shift your mindset from a negative to not necessarily positive, like toxic positivity is a thing as well, so like don't think that this is me trying to praise you into that topic, no. But shifting your mindset from being in that constant negative cloud into something that is real. Especially if you're self-employed and you're struggling with like, okay, how am I gonna pay my bills? But see, this is already my mindset. I'm not saying I cannot pay my bills. I'm asking, how can I pay my bills? How can I make that money? How can I do this? How can I do that? It's all about how you talk to yourself first before you even talk to the others. Switching your mindset to something that is real. It goes from there. Part with the mindset is also being fearless. Don't be afraid of being fearless, because what is the worst thing that can happen to you? If you're never gonna ask for something, the answer will always be no. But if you ask for it, there's a chance that the answer will be yes. So start asking and go for what you want, because if you won't do that, you're never gonna get it. Okay, lesson number two. Lesson number two that I've learned this year is there's no such thing as normal, okay? Everybody has their different path. What works for me may not work for you. So staying truthful to the way you are is the only way moving forward. If you're not a person who likes to go out on lots of parties, then forcing yourself to do so in the long run will only hurt you. But trying to do what you want to achieve by going to the parties in a different way is more truthful to you. So also, I'm not saying stay in your lane because that's the only way, but like knowing yourself and staying truthful to who you are, not lying to yourself in terms of what you want and what you need, is the only way forward. Get to know yourself, have a chance to have those deep conversations with yourself, to get to know yourself, so you be able to tailor your actions to your mindset that is truthful to you. Okay, number three, and this is the most sad, I would say, thing that I've learned this year. Pursuing your dreams requires a sacrifice. Because there's a lot of things that you're gonna sacrifice while on path to greatness, while on a path to maintaining your goal, to achieving your goals. And time with other people is the number one thing that you will sacrifice, because you have only 24 hours in a day, and that means when you're focusing on your stuff, that's the time that you put into your goals. It's also the time that you're not going to put in other people. So you need to know exactly what you're getting yourself into, because if you're valuing people, I don't know, meeting new people, or just you have certain relationships that need a lot of time to maintain, you need to rethink your choices and or rethink how can you incorporate your time over pursuing something with the time spent on something else. Because let me tell you, those sacrifices, they're not easy, okay? I definitely lost few people this year that I never thought I would, but it happened. And it's not just like entirely my fault or their fault, it's just what happened. And you know, we have people that just go different ways, but this is a sacrifice that you will have to be okay with at some point, because those sacrifices always gonna come in that form or the other. Another thing is, you know, your comfort. If, like me, you start with something that is basically like baseline of literally having no money whatsoever, that means you also need to sacrifice your comfort, sometimes your certain needs, right? Like I'm dying to have my manicure done. Like I would love to feel like a woman for once and like have nails, but I'm sacrificing this because that is the money that will not serve my goals. you know? It might sound ridiculous to some, but this is not my basic need at the moment. Even my basic needs shifted and change, and it's okay. It's okay because I have this higher goal that I'm working towards, and sacrificing little things and big things like friendships or just people, relationships, love, it's hard, but it's also necessary. What happens when you sacrifice certain things is other things come in to your life that play a bigger role in maintaining you on that path, on your journey to achieving your goals. So where there is a sacrifice, there's also new things introduced to your life, because again, you're working on your mindset. You know how your life will look like, you know exactly how you want your life to be, so therefore you need to let go of things that don't serve that vision and accept and attract those stuff and people that are gonna be there for your new life that you're building for yourself. And thing that I'm always most vocal about, and literally no one wants to take that advice, which will be number 4. Taking action is better than doing nothing. You know what, I will just start with one of the guys that I was dating like years ago. He was French, and I really wanted to learn French my whole life, but there was always some obstacles to which I couldn't do that. And when I was dating him, I felt like, okay, like, you know, I want to go back to French and I want to actually learn it. And I was like, keep asking things for him to like, hey, tell me this, tell me that. And like, he was very patient. Like, believe me, he was very patient with me and my stupid questions about like, oh, can you tell me about like origins of word croissant? This is not how you spell croissant. Anyway, at some point I've asked him things and he just went like this. Riz, listen, if you want to do something, stop saying that you want to do something, just do it. And that just like, okay, this is like the wisest thing anyone ever said to me, and that was the reason why I started learning French, because I no longer stopped saying I want to learn French. I was just learning French after that. And I'm very thankful for him and doing that. And this, it's literally from that moment I'm preaching the same things because I've experienced this myself. It's better to do something than not do it at all. If you're thinking about, I don't know, creating a photo shoot of, I don't know, do dog photography, stop saying that you want to do it. Just go and do it. Grab people in the park that have dogs. You'll be like, hey, I love your dog. Do you mind if I snap some pictures? I'm happy to send it over to you. And so on and so on. Just start doing things that you want to be actually doing. My whole life I wanted to do fashion photography, and this is what I'm doing right now. No more distractions from what I want to be doing. I just need to sit my ass down and start fucking doing it. So do the same. And this is also something that I've learned around my social media manager years, that those who are winning are the ones that put the content out. It doesn't matter what the content is. Like, believe me, how many millions of views have those stupid ass videos with like no lighting, no fucking nothing? Why? Because instead of thinking, oh, is that good enough? It's like, they've just published it. That's it. Because guess what? In like the lifespan of any post on social media is right now just a couple of hours. Couple of fucking hours. You rethinking your stuff over and over again doesn't lead anywhere. It just makes your stuff go into the drawer so no one can see it. What good can come out of that? Nothing. Take action. From 2022, if you still haven't, just publish what you've done. Don't hide yourself and your art. Don't hide it. Take action on it. Publish it. Scream at the top of your lungs, hey, I am an artist. This is my art. I love it. You should check it out too. Bam. And with that, it's my number 5. You need to be confident in what you're doing, because you know exactly what you're bringing to the table. No one else knows you. No one else knows your struggles. No one else knows how you come to that moment of creating that art. No one will know that. They only see the outcome. And that outcome is your confidence, because you made that happen. It's amazing. It should be celebrated. This is what I bring to the table. This is my art. Here it is. Love it or hate it, I don't care, but I'll slap my art into your face. This is how we should be, you know? Because being proud of what you do is number one thing how you're gonna sell it, whether it's for money or not. But you need to be your biggest cheerleader. Not your mom, but mom helps, okay? Moms help, but you need to be your own biggest cheerleader. So don't be afraid to pom-poms up, put on some festive shit, and say, hey, I'm an artist. I arrived. Look at me. Look at my art. I'm relevant. I'm important. I'm more than fucking enough. This is it. Have a look at it. Think, feel it, discover it, share it. Have a great year, guys. Let me know in the comments which tip was the best for you. And let me know what you've learned this year, okay? I want to know, and let's start this new year together with some badass attitude towards life and work in general. Okay, now where are my pierogies I need to celebrate? Ooh.